of the world. The angels will come and separate the wicked people from the godly, bring the wicked into the fire. There will be weeping and gnashing of teeth. Do you understand? Yes, they said, we do. Then he added, every teacher of religious law who has become a disciple in the kingdom of heaven is like a person who brings out of the storehouse the new teachings as well as the old. When Jesus had finished telling these stories, he left the country. He returned to Nazareth, his hometown. When he taught there in the synagogue, everyone was astonished and said, where does he get his wisdom and his miracles? He's just a carpenter's son, and we know Mary, his mother, and his brother James, Joseph, Simon, and Judas. All his sisters live right here among us. What makes him so great? And they were deeply offended and refused to believe in him. Then Jesus told them, a prophet is honored everywhere except in his own hometown and among his own family. And so he did only a few miracles there because of their unbelief. When Herod Antipas heard about Jesus, he said to his advisors, this must be John the Baptist come back to life again. That is why he can do such miracles. For Herod had arrested and imprisoned John as a favor to his wife, Herodias, the former wife of Herod's brother Philip. John kept telling Herod, it is illegal for you to marry her. Herod would have executed John, but he was afraid of a riot because of the people believed John was a prophet. But a birthday party for Herod, Herodias' daughter, performed a dance that greatly pleased him. So he promised with an oath to give her anything she wanted. At her mother's urging, the girl asked, I want the head of John the Baptist on a tray. The king was sorry, but because of his oath and because he didn't want to back down in front of his guests, he issued the necessary orders. So John was beheaded in the prison, and his head was brought on a tray and given to the girl who took it to her mother. John's disciples came for his body and buried it. Then they told Jesus what had happened. Psalms 18, verses 16 through 36. He reached down from heaven and rescued me. He drew me out of deep waters. He delivered me from my powerful enemies, from those who hated me and were too strong for me. They attacked me at a moment when I was weakest, but the Lord upheld me. He led me to a place of safety. He rescued me because he delights in me. The Lord rewarded me for doing right. He compensated me because of my innocence. For I have kept the ways of the Lord. I have not turned from my God to follow evil. For all of his laws are constantly before me. I've never abandoned his principles. I am blameless before God. I have kept myself from sin. The Lord rewarded me for doing right because of the innocence of my hands in his sight. To the faithful, you show yourself faithful. To those with integrity, you show integrity. To the pure, you show yourself pure. But to the wicked, you show yourself hostile. You rescue those who are humble, but you humiliate the proud. Lord, you brought light to my life, my God. You light up my darkness. In your strength, I can crush an army. With my God, I can scale any wall. As for God, his way is perfect. All the Lord's promises prove true. He is a shield for all who looks to him for protection. For who is God except the Lord? Who but our God is a solid rock? God arms me with strength. He has made my way safe. He makes me a sure-footed as a deer, leading me safely along the mountain heights. He prepares me for battle. He strengthens me to draw a bow of bronze. You've given me the shield of your salvation. Your right hand supports me. Your gentleness has made me great. You have made a wide path for my feet to keep them from slipping. Proverbs 4, 7 through 10. Getting wisdom is the most important thing you can do. And what else you do? Get good judgment. If you prize wisdom, she will exalt you, embrace her, and she will honor you. She will place a lovely wreath on your head. She will present you with a beautiful crown. My child, listen to me and do as I say, and you will have a long and good life. The word of the Lord. Tonight was January the 21st, 2021. Again, just picking up from the last broadcast, our homework was from Genesis chapter 42 or chapter 43, verse 34. So in the Old Testament, the homework was from Genesis chapter 42. Hello there, all the way to 43. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you so much for the super heart. Thank you so very much. Oh, that's so sweet of you. Thank you so very much. So my phone had died earlier, so I'm just kind of just picking back up, and believe it or not, I'm getting off early because I gotta wake up really early tomorrow. Um, and I think I'm gonna do my scope earlier too because of the fact that just really probably needing to just um get myself on a routine of, like, you know how you set a bedtime boundaries for your bedtime. So yeah, I need to set that up. We can Sada. Ay, 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 ay. Psalms 18, verses 16 through 36 was our Psalms for tonight. And our Proverbs was Proverbs 4, 7, verse 10. And our New Testament came from Matthew, you guys. Matthew 13, verses all the way to chapter 14, verse 12. And to say, you're my God, we're all together. So come on, Billy, tell me, I'm inviting you right now. Tell me, um, if you come out, and then you'll see that I've invited you to be a guest. Hello there. Hi.
Yo,
How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Say that one more time. Hold on for a
I'm
moment. Let
doing.
me turn this down. You talk so low.
Oh, you can hear my mic now?
Yeah, I can hear you now better. Oh my gosh, so much better.
Yeah. I appreciate the read tonight. Tonight's read was real good.
Oh, you're always so kind to me. Thank you so much. That really really blesses me. I Today was a very busy day for me, and I had so many different places I went to today. But I spent like several hours in the prayer room. Um, Remember I told you that I did an internship at the International House of Prayer. So I spent a lot of time in the prayer room tonight, talking to God and everything else about just a lot of different things. This weekend is going to be very major for me, um, especially Saturday. And so I guess all that, excuse me, has kind of picked up with me, and I'm like so sleepy. So I had came on, and then my battery died, and I was like, what? And it was so funny because I thought I had plugged it up, but you know how you have a light and it turns, a switch will turn the power off. Well, it's apparently I didn't turn the switch on and plugged it into the outlet, and there it goes. And I was like, oh my goodness. So that's what transpired with. But how was your day?
Well, I've been waiting for the broadcasters all day
Are
today.
you serious?
You
Stop,
weren't even thinking about us. You was texting everybody else, doing whatever, and
please.
and and not charging your phone. You up after midnight. You after midnight preaching the word of the Lord around the globe. Oh man, we
Uh,
got speed. And then you Easter Standard Time. What's oh not the Easter Standard Time. You up at 1 in the morning.
yes, 112. Yes. So like right now I'm like I, when I get sleepy, I start to cry. And I'm just crying over here like every time that I yarn. It's just like I'm like I'm so it was so funny because I was like, "No, Lord, I'm gonna it was kind of weird because I wanted to finish up with it and I was gonna finish and I was like, oh, that'll be so great. I'll be able to go get to bed. But my phone was completely dead. I had to allow it to just like charge up. Because I didn't know. But all I know is
Great, great. I'm glad I caught the second broadcast because the first one I was like, what happened to the word of the Oh, I was just about to get it. I was about, and then
I'm so
I'm
glad
glad I
that
stayed
you
up.
joined me as a guest though. Like I would love to have you every single night as my guest or whatever. That way then, you know, I'm gonna try to start to put it like at a certain time. My
Well, we need our viewers to keep on, you know what I'm saying, tuning
yes,
in, giving,
yes.
because I'm on the good Wi-Fi right now. I don't know if it.
Not the good
Somebody
Wi-Fi.
might give me for this mic right now. I got the mic on right now. Somebody might give me for. I need y'all to be donating to the fund for real. I'm up right now. See, I'm up. But hey, if if the broadcasts keep on being after midnight,
I know, right? It's gonna be. It can't be like this because I can't. Excuse me. I can't think straight. I
better
don't
get
know.
on the good Lord of the Word while the getting is good. So,
You got jokes tonight. Oh my goodness. I love it. I love it. I am like, but yeah, so I basically was like, okay, I'm gonna get on, I'm gonna read, and then I'm gonna close this out and then go to bed. And then I was like, tomorrow I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna just like, cause tomorrow is like usually on Fridays, like I do a lot of things or whatever, but then I have oh oh my god, I'm so sorry. What was I saying? Ah,
the
um,
same things you always say, but I did pick up some of the psalm. No, I didn't get the homework from
oh
yesterday.
last week. So the homework from tonight or the night before.
What was it, Genesis still? It was in
Yeah,
Genesis
we're still in
again.
Genesis. Yeah, we definitely still in Genesis. We're only 21 days in the beginning of the year. Oh well, in the Gregorian calendar because the Jewish calendar was like literally when we celebrated Rosh Hashanah, so that was the new year. That was last year, but in the good oh my gosh. But for
And we in
the
a new
Gregorian
term. Ain't we in a new term? Ooh. Boys just having a ball out there. Not the lawless. I don't know. I don't think it was the lawless chunking bread. That daily bread. Come with it.
I know, and it was so good tonight. Like you don't understand. Like this, like I love the fact that we're in Matthew. Um, it was talking about this one thing, and it's so interesting, right? Like, I think that's where Jesus says, "Who is my mother? Who's my?" But listen to what it says right here. So they say, "Where does he get his wisdom and his miracles? He's just a carpenter's son." And we know Mary, his mother, and his brothers, James, Joseph, Simon, and Judas. All his sisters live um, right here among us. What makes him so great? And they were deeply offended and refused to believe in him. Then Jesus told them, a prophet is honored everywhere except in his own home and among his own family. And I just kind of thought about like how, you know, when 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 can you just imagine like like Mary knew the miracle, right? Because she knew that she was still a virgin and she had a baby, right? But I guess these other people didn't know the story. And so they're being, I would call it offended, jealous, but modern day terminology would be hating, hating on Jesus, um, because they they were jealous, and it's just so sad because, if you use it in modern context, what have you, like majority of your friends, like before I came to know God, I was like literally like a hot mess, whatever. And it was, I mean, the people who I hung with, whatever, you know, kind of probably could have told me certain different things, but they didn't, whatever. And now I look back and I'm just sitting here like, wow, now that I am following Christ and being a um being more humble and more repentant, like you get just so many different people to be different towards you. And I think because, I love using the Bible in modern day context, is that, your old way, most people try to keep you doing that. But, when we find Jesus, we have a new life, a new mind, we're renewed, and those old things don't, like for me to go to a club right now, that would not even, like, how some people be like, they be waiting till the weekend and, about to put on my outfit, I'm gonna just meet all these people. That doesn't even impress me. Like people who, like, to me, I think there's so much more other things that you can do with your time. um and I guess because I've had it on both sides, I've lived the hot mess life, and now I'm living this life, and the comparison is like none compared to, because you see things differently. Like, and I'm not saying, be holier than thou, but what I'm saying is that you actually value a lot of other things differently. Like right about now, like, what, you go out, you spend money, you know.
You don't spend no money on the Hawks, huh?
Oh, I don't spend any money on the house.
You
I
don't
don't.
go watch basketball?
Not anymore. I mean, we in COVID time. What's going on? You can't go nowhere. They're
Oh
not.
yeah,
They're not letting.
man.
I mean, if you do go, it's not gonna be like how it was like when I was going. Totally different. Like, everything is different. When I went to the aquarium, um, I mean, that's my favorite place in the whole wide world. Like, literally, I could stay there for 8 hours and be okay. Like, that's how amazing that place is to me. And it's so funny because my birthday's coming up in like less than, today's the 23rd. So, um, my birthday's on the 12th. So usually I have a countdown, but I guess I'm just not doing that because it's just been totally different. You can't really plan anything, but the aquarium. that is definitely what is going to be on the agenda. And I just went, but I love that place, you know. Um, but um, but the aquarium is different now. You got to have the mask on. You have to have. There's just so much. Like it's not as way it was beforehand, where I could go there and I could like seriously like just sit there in front of that big old window and look at my favorite little green turtle that I call the Smurf, and look at all the whale and the sharks and the and just all the fish, and it's like this place where I used to go to kind of just get away from, just to like, I don't know why I'm like that, but that's how I am. But now it's like totally different. And then try going to a restaurant here now. Try going to, like, it's just not this, like right about now everything is not the same. So I wouldn't even spend money on, like, it's just, I don't I I mean, I don't see the point. I mean, probably in like 4 years it'll probably be different, but who knows. I don't think it'll ever get back to way it was, but but I know that God is in control, and that's the one thing that I know. But when I did go to the Hawks game, yes, I was having fun. But see, that's cool stuff. Like, what do you get from going to the club? You get drunk, and then you get to see people. Okay, I don't, you know what I'm saying? But with the Hawks game, like,
I
I
mean,
don't
if
know.
Telly
It just
was in my section, I would be like, "Hey, everybody, y'all want to see a piggyback ride?" And then, you know what I'm saying?
what? Say it
Somehow,
again. Wait, say it again.
it's very few people that you see in your life, you know what I'm saying, like at the club, and you pick them up and spin them around. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I be barely knowing like people be my cut man. I don't know how to explain club life. Don't get me started. But if you saw somebody, be like, hey, and you picked them up and you spun them around, like what would that mean to you after being, you know what I'm saying,
Right.
intoxicated or
You probably will
inebriated?
throw up.
You can't be a, you shouldn't be a king and declare things while you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, and then at the Hawks game, like you're like you have camaraderie. You have like people like you guys are like I don't know, like it just seems like you're all into like, and it's happiness. It's not trying to like, oh, look at my shoes, or like trying to be approved, or it's just like literally like, I mean, true enough. I don't know. I mean, when I'm at a Hawks game, when I'm at a Falcons game, I mean, it's just totally different. And I mean, that's just how, but that's just my own personal, experience. Everyone else has their own experience, but I've I know what it feels like to go to clubs. I know what it feels like to, you know, be totally intoxicated. And I mean, that doesn't impress me anymore. Like I feel like I don't see the point, because first and foremost, the day after, you just feel like, I don't know, and then you feel like, what was the point? And then you're like, what? Like it's like you become dumb, and like that's how I feel. Like I remember, I mean, don't get me wrong, I know that I'm still smart, but a lot of those choices that I look back and I'm like, and I would think about it, right? Because I've had those like those flashbacks of my life, whatever, and I'd be like, what was I thinking? like
You left me out here.
like I'm talking about, like, you
I'm
think you doing
asking
the thing or
marriage
whatever,
you.
and you think that, oh, look at my outfit, and look at my shoes, and look at my hair, and oh, look at my purse, all of this stuff. And it was really self-centered, and that's what the club does.
You
It's
don't
like,
lose your
look
ID and
for look
keys or
for
nothing.
look at me, and I'm wanting your approval. And that's that's what I'm telling you, it's like that. But when I go to the games, I mean, I could have on a shirt with some Nikes and some jeans and a baseball cap, and it be gravy, and I just be like, and you're just, this is, I mean, there are some people who do come there dressed though. I'm not even gonna lie. Like I've seen people come there like to a Hawks game, like totally dressed, and I'm like, whoa, okay. But see, that's their experience. But for me, my experience with clubs, I I think it was just a waste of time.
You don't wear your slides to the club.
No, I've seen some people wear slides to the. I've seen people wear slides to a lot of things now, and I'm like, oh, okay. But guess what? That is their
Preaching the
experience.
word of the what? Ain't you on? What you got the broadcast for?
I'm like, I'm getting it. So let me tell you what I'm gonna do in the next like 2 minutes.
One.
I'm gonna pray us out because I'm getting a headache for some strange reason. Um, but I truly enjoy you coming on with me tonight. Hopefully you'll get to see me tomorrow because of the fact that I'll come on way earlier than this because this is not it is 1:27 and I just feel like I'm I think I'm just mumbling words, whatever, and I'm sleepy. But you are an amazing. You just made my broadcast so awesome. You'll do the homework for me tomorrow, and then you can so let me show you the homework. And so
What's the
then
homework?
the homework
Benefits
will
what?
be
I'm getting on
screenshot it.
tomorrow.
You got it? You got the screenshot?
Gen
Genesis chapter 42,
42.
43, 34. You
All
got
right,
it?
for sure. Y'all meet me back here tomorrow. I'm about to be out. It's too late.
Yes,
Holla.
yes. Well, thank you so much, sweetheart, for joining with me. So, dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for tonight. We thank you for your word and we thank you for your truth. Lord, I thank you for all those who are represented on here and who will replay, Lord. Lord, I just ask for just an open heart for them just to receive your word, Lord. Matthew talks about how it you not only just continue to share and teach, but there was just so much depth and so much meaning. And so, Lord, help us more to be more purpose filled because you created us with purpose. Lord, I just thank you right now for tonight. I thank you for traveling mercies. I celebrate the traveling mercies because tonight it was kind of stressful, Lord, when that man almost hit me. But Lord, I'm grateful for your protection and your love, Lord. So as I end the scope, bless those who are represented on this scope. Meet them at their need, whether it's financial, relational, physical, mental, emotional. Bless our um, President Joseph. Lord, bless those leaders in office. Bless all the elderly. Lord, bless the pastors. Lord, bless those who are sick. Be Jehovah Rapha. Lord, bless all the little children and bless those who are struggling in their minds. It's in Yeshua's name I pray. In Jesus' name, amen, amen, amen. Well, guys, I'm going to see you on the flip side of January 22nd. That being said, good night, sweethearts. Well, it's time to go. Hate to leave you, but I really must say good night, sweethearts. Good night. Good night. God bless.